We are finding reference angles, and this is a guided activity. We are asked to rotate and find the reference angle for 279 degrees. We start at 0. This is called usually a unit circle. So usually this would be like a 1 unit on the x-axis, 1 unit on the y. That would be a -1 on x, -1 on y. And as we go around, that's a degree of angle. So imagine a full spin is 360 degrees. So it's the idea that as we go around, we can repeat ourselves over and over again and either reset or count it as multiple times around. For example, when a skater does a 360, they do a full spin, but when a skater does a 720, they go around it twice. We are asked to look at 279 degrees. So we start here. This is our start. And we travel this direction. That's the normal direction. It's counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. Clockwise. And we can look at it in different directions as we get more advanced. But for now, let's just start simply. So we would travel around. Here's the 90 degree. Here's the 180 degree. Here's the 270 degree. So 279 would be somewhere about right here. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. We can go either way. So notice right here, it's less than 360. Right here, it's more than 360. I'm looking at this angle. So let's just practice doing the proper way. And they're creating a triangle. That's the way this works and how it links to trigonometry. And we would go to 279 right there. So it's pretty close. All right, so that's how this one's done. Reference angle. In how many degrees? Reference angle. I'm not sure what they mean by the reference angle. Rotate and find the reference angle for 279. It looks like just 279. This is not correct. The reference angle is the positive distance to the x-axis. How far is 279 from 360? The measure of the red arc. Okay, so that's looking at it in this format right here. So they're calling it a reference angle. That's fine. So like they said, we would take the 279 and we're subtracting that from the 360 degrees. So let's go ahead and check it out on the calculator. So this was kind of like I was saying, going the other direction. We're always measuring it to like the x-axis. So this is the same thing. It's even more important to look at it in kind of this context. But that's the same thing. All right, 279 subtracted from 360 is 81. So let's try that. That's what they're wanting as our reference angle. Try. All right. Submit answer. Okay, so that's what they're looking at. There's our 81 degrees right here as our reference angle. Okay. And like I said, that's the same distance from right here to this spot, which is how we're kind of looking at it. Okay. Let's take a look at the next one. All right. Same idea. Rotate and find the reference angle for 120 degrees. All right. So as we go around, here's 90 and 120 is about 30 degrees from 90. So that's this one right here. And then we look at it compared to the x-axis. That's what they're calling a reference angle. So I kind of look at it in this, with this kind of structure here. Okay. And just to kind of reference it, and it's good to kind of prep you. So they're talking about this angle here, which is the same as this angle here. And it's more important to look at it in terms of the triangle, the right triangle that's formed with the x-axis. So that's what they're building you up here. So the way we would do that is we would do our, and where is this being compared to? It wouldn't be 360 this time. It is compared to the 180. So if I go, I would say that, oh, well, and this is 30 right here. So I'm just doing a little bit of quick math. That means that this would be 60. All right, but let's go ahead and just calculate it. If we have our 120 and we're subtracting that from 180, 180 minus 120 is our 60. So we're getting used to the idea of going to the x-axis on this circle to find the reference angle, they're calling it. Okay, so that would be, let's go ahead and travel it. So there it is, about right, 120 right there. And then the reference angle would be 60 in this context. Okay, that's how these are done. All right, so notice this is the 120 going around from the start, but it makes a 60-degree angle from the triangle, and now we're starting to link to that 60. That's the important number right there. Okay, next one. Reference angle for 350. It looks exactly like the same style of problem.